Are you looking for an easy peasy, high protein, really filling, easy to do meal in about 12 minutes time in the oven and about 3 to 4 minutes of prep work? And easy prep work at that. If that's what you're looking for, that's what I'm going to get you. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the Thank you for coming to the Save Money and More with Jan channel. I have a little bit of an easy peasy recipe. I could smack myself silly for not taking a picture of what I just made and what I just ate. And every once in a while, I do crave it. And it is a baked spinach omelet. Now, some people call this a frittata. I just put it all in the one pan and throw it in my oven. Call it whatever you want. You could call it a baked omelet. Some people consider it a frittata. Maybe there's a second step with frittata, but let's get going. Especially, this is really, really good because this will be a sufficient omelet for two people. So you cut it down in half. You give half to one person, the other half to yourself. And depending on how much you like of it, maybe even get three people to have this. Make a bunch of toast, buttered toast to go with this on the side. And you are totally, and I mean a totally set. The beautiful part about this is that there isn't a lot of effort. Not a lot of effort, but a lot of protein and not expensive at all whatsoever. In all probability, you probably have every single ingredient in your fridge or pantry. I'm telling you. So here's what you need, okay? While you're getting everything together, preheat your oven for 350 degrees. Then I take a simple round pan as if I was to bake a cake. Any round pan that you have, I forget the inches in diameter. What is it, 9 inch or 8 inch? Whatever it is, whatever round pan you got. But this is important. Spray it with non-stick. Okay. All right. In a separate bowl, you're going to whisk together 3 eggs. Okay. Hopefully you have large eggs or extra large eggs, whatever you got. Okay. Once that's whisked together, you could eyeball this. Put about 2 to 3 teaspoons or tablespoons of milk in that mixture. All right. Then you eyeball it, a pinch of salt, a pinch of pepper. All right. Then you just grab some garlic powder or garlic salt. If you already put salt, you don't have to put too much garlic in there, garlic salt, but garlic powder works great. Okay. Go in the fridge, get some of that shakeout can of Parmesan cheese. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So shake some of that Parmesan cheese in that mixture. Keep going and whisk, whisk, whisk away. All right. So as you're doing that, uh, get open a can of spinach. That canned spinach is so convenient. Now you're only going to need half of that can. Okay, so take out half a can's worth and then like drain out, those, chopped spinach. It's already prepared. No fuss, no muss. You sprinkle that spinach over the egg mixture and you continue to, mix it together. All right. And then, like I said, have that Parmesan cheese in there. And guess what? Here is the secret sauce, if you will, besides the wonderful spinach. I took 2 pieces of the standard American cheese. I happen to have the white one because I have noticed that there is a pattern. If I buy the white slices, it's about $1 less than the orange one. Don't ask. So for a little bit of color difference, sorry, I'll save the dollar and use it for something else. So I take 2 slices of that cheese. I break it up into pieces. I just tear it with my fingers. And then I put those pieces on top. I pour the whole mixture in that round pan. And then I put those slices of cheese that's broken up. I use two. That oven has been preheating. Okay, when it's ready to go in, place that baked mixture. You're going to bake it for 11 to 12 minutes. In the meantime, you set a simple table. Get a couple of paper plates, even if you want. If you don't want a big cleanup, there is no big cleanup. So there is no big cleanup, and you could be making your toast, extra pieces of toast while that's baking off. And I'm telling you, I sat there, I am so stuffed. So it feeds 2 generous servings for 2 people or less generous servings for 3 to 4 people. but I'm telling you, delish. My only regret is that I didn't get to take a picture because I didn't expect I was going to do a video. This is like totally spontaneous video. My only regret is that I failed to take a picture of it, but I wasn't thinking video. I said, that that baked omelet was so good that I have to make a video about it. Now, here's the thing. Think about this. If you have that canned spinach in your pantry, like I highly recommend, right? Most people have eggs. Most people have those American cheese slices. Most people have Parmesan, that shakeout cheese, hanging out in the refrigerator once it's open, right? Most people have garlic powder. Most people have salt and pepper. There is not one ingredient that I have mentioned that is not a common household ingredient. I'm just saying. And can I tell you, it's so satisfying. It is so high in protein and very, very lower carb friendly. It just happens to be that way, and you don't have to have the toast. But I recommend the toast as a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, and something else on the side. High recommendation. Maybe have an orange or an apple or a banana as your dessert. You got yourself a very inexpensive dinner or breakfast or lunch. This meal is interchangeable. You may get the late night hungries. Has that ever happened to you? Throwing something like this together and split it for two people sure beats buying a pizza outside for $25. And it's a lot healthier. And by the way, this type of an omelet, baked omelet, whatever, you can turn it into a pizza omelet. Just swap out some of the ingredients. You could do a spinach pizza omelet. So just get creative. One of the things that separates people from a lot of things is not being creative. I just happen to be craving it. So I said, I don't feel like pasta. I don't feel like rice. Oh, and by the way, for those meatless nights, which I highly recommend a meatless night every once in a while, at least once, twice a week. This is perfect for this, okay? Because you're getting a lot of protein, a lot of nutrients, and the spinach, of course, is good for you. I highly recommend as part of your stocking up, if you enjoy spinach, to get some of the canned spinach to keep for longer term. It's great and it's handy. Don't always necessarily have the fresh leaves around. You don't always necessarily have the frozen block of spinach around. But for me to bypass telling you about this that I just had, so in case you can't figure out what to eat for dinner tonight or tomorrow, a high recommendation. Or for those tired nights when you don't want to put forth a lot of effort, all you're going to need is your mixing bowl and a whisk and the ingredients that I mentioned. So, so easy. Just replay the video in case you want this type of a meal. Replay it back and you get all the instructions. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad I was able to send you this spontaneous upload. Take good care. I hope you enjoy your omelet just as much as I did. Remember, 350 degrees for 11 to 12 minutes. That is a fast amount of time.